Have you ever gazed into the mirror and questioned if you are still perceived as attractive by others? As the years pass, it is perfectly natural to wonder whether your appearance still catches the eye, or if the magnetism you once possessed still holds its power. But here is something you may not have considered. You could be far more appealing than you give yourself credit for. Attractiveness is not merely about youthful looks or a thick head of hair. It is something more profound, something that matures with time, wisdom, and life experience. The way people respond to you, the manner in which they engage with you, and even the subtle cues they send all speak volumes about how they perceive your presence. There are clear, undeniable indicators that you are a good-looking older man, even if you do not perceive it yourself. In this video, we are delving into 7 signs that demonstrate you still possess a striking appeal. These are not just about physical looks, but about the overall presence that makes people feel naturally drawn to you. Whether it is the way you carry yourself, the way others react when you enter a room, or even the compliments you receive without recognizing their true significance, these indicators reveal more than you might imagine. Stay with me until the very end, because you might just discover that the very qualities you overlook in yourself are precisely what make you stand out. You may find that your confidence, self-assurance, and a refined sense of style are working to your advantage more than you ever thought possible. And who knows, by the time we are done, you might see yourself in a completely new light. Before we begin, if you have not yet subscribed, I recommend you do so and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you find this video enjoyable, please type a 1 in the comments. If you do not, please type a 0 to let me know so I can create better videos for you. Now, let's get started. 1. You often get approached for advice or assistance. One of the most powerful indicators that women find you attractive, whether you realize it or not, is how frequently they seek you out for advice, guidance, or even simple, casual help. It might not appear to be a direct sign of physical appeal, but it speaks volumes about how others perceive you. As you get older, your experiences, wisdom, and calm presence set you apart. People recognize that you have navigated life's challenges, and you carry a sense of stability that is both comforting and compelling. Women, in particular, are naturally drawn to men who demonstrate confidence, reliability, and emotional intelligence, all of which are often reflected in the way others gravitate toward you for insight and support. Think about the instances when you have been approached, whether by a younger man seeking career guidance, a friend looking for perspective on a personal issue, or even a stranger asking for directions. These moments may seem mundane, but they underscore something significant. People view you as someone worth listening to. That sense of dependability and quiet strength is profoundly attractive, even if it does not always manifest as direct compliments. Take a man like Richard, 67, for example. He never saw himself as particularly handsome, but he noticed an interesting pattern. Whether at social functions, work-related events, or even casual get-togethers, people naturally sought his input. Younger men would ask for his opinions on handling relationships. Women would linger a bit longer in conversation, inquiring about his experiences and viewpoints. It was not something he forced. His presence simply put people at ease. That kind of trustworthiness is not just a sign of wisdom, it is a sign of a deep, natural appeal. A man who carries himself with quiet confidence, who does not feel the need to prove anything, often becomes the person others want to be around. It is a form of attraction that transcends physical looks. It is about the energy you bring into a space. And make no mistake, women take notice. While younger men might still be in a phase of life where they are chasing attention, an older man who exudes self-assurance without trying too hard stands out. A woman might not explicitly say, "I find you attractive," but if she values your input, respects your opinion, and enjoys engaging with you in meaningful conversation, that speaks louder than words. So, if you have noticed that people tend to seek you out, even in casual settings, take that as a sign. You bring something to the table that others find compelling. You may not realize it, but the very presence you carry is magnetic in ways you have never considered. 2. You receive compliments on your style, and grooming. A man who takes pride in his appearance stands out, regardless of his age. If people regularly compliment the way you dress, your grooming, or even the way you carry yourself, that is a clear indication that you are leaving a strong impression. It might seem like a minor detail, but in reality, these remarks often reveal much more than just an appreciation for a sharp outfit. They signal that others perceive you as attractive. As men get older, many cultivate their own distinct style, one that reflects confidence, experience, and self-respect. A well-fitted blazer, polished shoes, a neatly trimmed beard, or even just a signature scent. These small but significant choices communicate to the world that you care about your appearance. And women, in particular, take note of that. Think about it. How often do you hear things like, "That color looks great on you," or "I love your haircut," or even, "You always look so put together"? These are not just polite compliments. They are indicators that people notice your presence, that your sense of style enhances your appeal, and that you stand out in a way that others appreciate. Take Robert, for example. At 68, he never thought much about his looks, but he started noticing something interesting. Whether he was at a family gathering or just out running errands, women would often comment on his choice of clothing or how well groomed he looked. At first, he brushed it off, thinking they were just being polite. But after a while, he realized that these remarks were not random. They were a direct response to the way he presented himself. And more importantly, they were a reflection of how others saw him: refined, confident, and attractive. Style is not about following the latest trends. It is about knowing what works for you and wearing it with confidence. A man who takes the time to dress well and pay attention to his grooming shows that he values himself, and that level of care and attention does not go unnoticed. Even if you do not hear direct compliments, pay attention to the way people react when they see you. Do they take a second look? Do they seem to brighten up when you enter a room? Do they respond positively when you shake their hand or stand next to them? These small cues say a lot about how others perceive you. Attractiveness is not just about having youthful features. It is about the way you present yourself. If you take pride in your appearance, if you put effort into looking your best, and if you notice people responding to that effort, take it as a sign. You are turning heads more than you realize. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with the number 2 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep going. 3. Women hold eye contact with you longer than usual attraction is often communicated in ways that do not require words. One of the most telling signs that you are a good-looking older man is the way women look at you. If you have ever noticed a woman maintaining eye contact with you for just a little longer than is typical, that is not an accident. A lingering glance is often a subconscious signal of admiration, curiosity, or even interest. Women, especially those who are naturally more reserved, do not always express attraction through direct words or bold actions. Instead, they communicate through subtle body language, and one of the most powerful forms is prolonged eye contact. It is not about a casual glance or a polite acknowledgement. It is when her eyes rest on you for just a moment longer than necessary, as if she is taking a second to process something about you that captured her attention. Think about the last time this occurred. Perhaps it was in a restaurant, a coffee shop, or even while you were taking a walk in the park. You noticed someone looking at you, then quickly looking away, only to return their gaze moments later. That hesitation, that brief pause before breaking eye contact, says a great deal. It is a natural response when someone finds another person interesting, but does not want to make it too obvious. For instance, imagine a man like Charles, who is 72 and never really thought of himself as particularly attractive. He assumed that at his age, women would not notice him in the way they used to. But one day, while enjoying a quiet afternoon at a bookstore, he caught a younger woman looking at him from across the room. At first, he thought it was nothing, but when he moved to another section, he saw it again. She glanced at him, held her gaze for just a second too long, then smiled faintly before turning back to her book. What Charles did not realize was that his presence, his composed demeanor, the way he carried himself with quiet confidence, had made an impression. She was not staring out of idle curiosity. She was intrigued. And that is something many older men do not realize. Women, regardless of age, appreciate a man who carries himself with confidence. A man who is not desperate for attention, but naturally commands it. The way you move, the way you stand, and the way you look back at someone all communicate something about you. If women seem to hold eye contact with you, even for just a second longer than expected, that is a strong sign that they find something about you appealing. It might be your eyes, the way you dress, or simply the way you exude quiet self-assurance. The next time you catch a woman looking at you, do not be so quick to dismiss it. It might not be an accident at all. It might just be the clearest sign yet that you are far more attractive than you give yourself credit for. 4. Women naturally gravitate toward you. One of the most evident signs that you are a good-looking older man is the way people seem to be drawn to you without you even trying. It is not always about a chiseled jawline or having a youthful appearance. There is something deeper at play. People are naturally attracted to confidence, self-assurance, and an aura of wisdom. And you might be exuding these qualities more than you realize. Think about the times you have walked into a room and felt a subtle shift in energy. Maybe people look in your direction more often than not, or perhaps conversations seem to flow easily when you are around. You may find that people, especially women, enjoy talking with you, whether it is at a cafe, a family gathering, or even a casual interaction at the grocery store. They lean in when you speak, they engage with your stories, and they seem genuinely interested in what you have to say. This happens Because an attractive man is not just someone with a strong jawline or a full head of hair. It is someone who carries himself with quiet confidence. There is a steadiness in your presence, a sense of ease that makes people feel comfortable, and that kind of attractiveness never fades with age. For example, think about a time when a woman, whether she was younger or closer to your age, seemed to hold eye contact a little longer than usual. Or maybe she found a reason to extend the conversation, asking questions about your life, your thoughts, or your experiences. It is subtle, but it is telling. Women, in particular, are drawn to men who make them feel at ease, who listen, and who exude a kind of effortless self-possession that younger men often lack. It is also worth noting that when you have this presence, people trust you more. They seek your advice, they enjoy being around you, and they value your company. If you have ever had someone tell you that they feel comfortable opening up to you, even if they barely know you, that is a sign that you are exuding an attractive kind of energy. At the end of the day, attractiveness is not just about how you look in the mirror. It is about how others feel in your presence. If you have noticed that people naturally enjoy being around you, that is not a coincidence. It is a reflection of the appeal you carry, whether you see it or not. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with the number 4 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep going. 5. You have a confident, relaxed presence. One of the most attractive traits in an older man is not about looks at all. It is about presence. If you move through life with a quiet, relaxed confidence, people notice, and they are drawn to it. Unlike younger men who may still be figuring themselves out, an older man who is comfortable in his own skin exudes a type of confidence that cannot be faked. It is not about being the loudest person in the room or trying to prove anything to anyone. It is about carrying yourself with a sense of ease, knowing who you are, what you stand for, and having nothing to prove. That kind of confidence is magnetic. Think about the times you have walked into a room and felt people's attention shift. Not because you were demanding it, but simply because of the way you carried yourself. Maybe people naturally make space for you in conversations. Maybe women feel comfortable around you, engaging with you without hesitation. That is because true confidence puts others at ease. It makes people feel safe, intrigued, and respected all at once. Take someone like George, 74. He is not flashy. He does not try to impress anyone. And yet, people always seem drawn to him. When he speaks, people listen. When he enters a room, there is an effortless authority about him. Not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that invites respect. Women notice it too. It is not about physical perfection. It is about the sense of calm and security he provides just by being himself. There is a reason why a relaxed presence is so appealing. In a world where so many people are anxious, insecure, and constantly seeking validation, a man who is truly at ease with himself stands out. He does not need to fill every silence with words. He does not need to seek approval. He simply exists in a way that commands quiet respect. And that kind of self-assurance does not go unnoticed by women. They appreciate a man who does not feel the need to dominate a conversation, but who also is not afraid to speak when it matters. A man whose posture is strong, but not rigid, whose smile is genuine, but never forced, and whose very presence makes others feel safe. So, if you have ever wondered why people seem naturally drawn to you, why women feel comfortable in your presence, or why you do not have to try too hard to earn respect. It is because confidence, when real, is impossible to ignore. And that, in itself, is one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. 6. You receive subtle compliments about your physical condition. Attractiveness is not just about a youthful face or a full head of hair. It is also about how well you take care of yourself and the way that effort shows. If people, especially women, have ever commented on your posture, your energy, or even made casual remarks about how fit or strong you look, that is a clear sign that you are making an impression. You do not have to be a bodybuilder or spend hours in the gym to be seen as physically attractive. What really stands out is when a man takes care of himself, staying active, maintaining good posture, and moving with ease. People notice when a man carries himself with strength, even in subtle ways. Whether it is the way you stand, how you walk, or even how you shake hands, those small cues speak volumes about your overall vitality. Consider a man like Thomas, 69. He never thought of himself as particularly fit, but he always took the time to go on morning walks, stretch regularly, and keep his body moving. He did not realize how much that mattered until one day, a woman in her 50s casually mentioned, "I hope I have that much energy when I reach your age." At first, he brushed it off as just a polite comment, but then he started noticing a pattern. Women, sometimes much younger, would compliment his strong handshake, his good posture, or the fact that he seemed so active and engaged in life. It was not about having an athlete's body. It was about the way he carried himself. That is because people, especially women, are not just attracted to looks. They are drawn to energy, movement, and the unspoken signals of good health. A man who stays active, who keeps himself moving with confidence and ease, exudes a kind of appeal that is impossible to ignore. Think about the way you carry yourself. When you sit, do you slouch, or do you hold yourself with confidence? When you walk into a room, do you move with purpose, or do you seem weighed down by the years? These small details may not seem like much, but they shape how others perceive you. A man who stands tall, who moves with agility and ease, naturally commands attention. It is also worth noting that fitness does not just show in your physical appearance. It is reflected in your energy levels, your attitude, and even the way you engage in conversations. If people often say things like, "You look like someone who stays active," or "You seem younger than your age," take it as a sign. They are recognizing something about you that goes beyond surface-level looks. So, if you have ever been told that you look strong or that you have great energy, do not brush it off as nothing. It is one of the clearest signs that you are an attractive older man, even if you do not see it yourself. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment with the number 6 below to let me know you're here. Let's keep going. 7. Women laugh at your jokes. Even the corny ones. Humor is one of the most underrated yet powerful indicators of attractiveness. If women laugh at your jokes, even the ones that you know are corny or simple, that is a clear sign that they enjoy your presence and, more importantly, they find you appealing. Laughter is not just about finding something funny. It is a social response, a way of connecting with others. When a woman genuinely laughs at what you say, it is not always about the joke itself. It is about how she feels around you. If she finds you engaging, warm, and comfortable to be with, she is far more likely to laugh at your humor, even if it is nothing groundbreaking. Think about the times you have told a joke in a social setting. Maybe you threw out a classic joke, something simple, maybe even predictable. But instead of rolling her eyes, she laughed. Maybe she even leaned in a little closer, touched your arm as she chuckled, or responded with an amused shake of the head while smiling. These small, natural reactions are not just signs that she found your words funny. They are indicators that she enjoys your company. Consider a man like Henry, 73, who always had a habit of making light-hearted, harmless jokes in conversation. He never thought much of it, until he realized that women, especially those he found interesting, seemed to laugh at his jokes more often than not. At first, he assumed they were just being polite, but over time, he noticed a pattern. Women lingered in conversations with him, engaged more, and seemed to light up when he spoke. What Henry did not realize was that his humor was doing more than just entertaining. It was creating a bond. Humor is attractive because it signals confidence, intelligence, and emotional ease. It tells people that you do not take life too seriously, that you are comfortable with who you are, and that you can find joy in even the simplest moments. Women, in particular, appreciate men who can make them laugh without trying too hard. Men who can create a light, enjoyable atmosphere without feeling the need to impress. This does not mean you have to be a stand-up comedian. It is not about delivering the perfect punchline. It is about being yourself and sharing a moment of joy with someone. If you have noticed that women respond positively to your humor, even when it is simple or light-hearted, take it as a sign. They are enjoying your presence. They feel at ease around you, and on some level, they find you attractive. So, the next time you make a joke and hear laughter, especially from a woman who seems engaged in the conversation with you, do not dismiss it as just good manners. It might just be one of the clearest signs yet that you are more attractive than you think. If you're still watching this video and finding these lessons valuable, please comment with the number 7 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's wrap things up. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, take a moment to reflect on the 7 signs we have explored. Maybe you have recognized some of these in yourself, or perhaps you have started to see yourself in a new light. The truth is, attractiveness is not just about youth. It is about presence, confidence, and the way you make others feel when they are around you. Many men go through life unaware of how much they stand out. They assume that because they are older, their appeal has faded, when in reality, it has only evolved. Women notice the way you carry yourself, the confidence you project, and the energy you bring into a room. They see the care you put into your appearance, the way you interact with others, and the sense of self-assurance that only comes with experience. So, if you have ever doubted your appeal, remember this: your attractiveness is not measured by the number of wrinkles on your face or the color of your hair. It is measured by the respect you command, the conversations you spark, and the way people feel in your presence. You have qualities that younger men cannot replicate: wisdom, maturity, and a self-possession that makes you uniquely attractive. What stood out to you the most? Which of these signs do you see in yourself? Or which one do you feel you can embrace moving forward? We would love to hear from you. So please leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so do not hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.